Okay, so this example will show you how to create an entranceway using the driveway entrance component. What I've got on the screen here is three windows. I've got my plan window with several alignments, profile, and cross-section. You can see here I've got a main alignment selected. I've also got a side road, and I've got a entranceway. Now the entranceway feature does not, in this case, have to have elevations associated with it. If I set it current and look at its profile, you'll see that it just runs along the ground. So it's a single point. I have no reason for this example anyway to create a profile with this entranceway feature. Let's switch back to our main alignment, and what we're going to do is to create a reference feature based on this alignment. And I've actually already done that, and to do it I went into corridor, properties, into features, and I created a reference feature. I told it that to use the entrance alignment as the reference terrain and to use a centerline point. So I created the reference alignment, and then in my cross-section window here I placed a symbol on that reference alignment. So there's my reference alignment. I told it to put a symbol at the intersection point, and there's my triangle symbol that I've got displayed. So in my section window I'm now seeing that reference alignment appearing on the cross section. So what we're going to do now is to tie the template of the main road onto this reference feature so that it will extend out in this entranceway. So to do that, I go into the template editor and I download the latest E-library, which I've already done. I go into my miscellaneous components folder, and I have a component called a driveway entrance. I'm going to copy that component, place it after all other components in my template, and let's have a look at the parameters for this particular component. There's an offset, which I set to 0, and I should set the default to 0, and I tie it to that reference feature. So when the reference feature exists, it'll stretch this component out and attach it. And I've told it to go a maximum of 300 feet to look for that reference feature. Then I've got a slope running from the attachment point of this component out to the tie point, in this case the reference feature, and that slope is 5%, minus 5%. I've also got a closing slope so that it will close to ground after it hits that reference feature. Now let's just go ahead and apply this to our design. And by the way, the component here is placed in after the ditch. If I didn't want to dig out a ditch, then I would take out the corresponding ditch components in this template. But in this case, I want to dig out the ditch because I want to put a culvert in under the entranceway. So I'm leaving the ditch and the closing slope. So let's just go ahead and do that. Recalculate all, and there you can see that if we go through some of the cross sections here, let's just jump into a cross section in here, we've actually extended it out at that slope to the point. So it looks like in this case, if there was an existing road, I've got the slope set a little bit too much. So I could go into my templates quickly, driveway entrance, properties, change that slope. Let's make it minus 2%, and you can see that it's no longer going to cut underneath the existing. Apply that, recalculate the alignment, and there's our sections coming into the entranceway. It stops here and gradually starts to extend itself out as it gets into the entrance, and then recedes again on the other side. So have a quick look in 3D, and there is our entranceway component, and that ends this example.